Hey, 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 beautiful heart. What's vibin'? How are you doing today? I am Dr. Danae, the Awakening Doctor, here to do an energy reading. The energy has been very interesting today already, so let's jump in and see what is going on. The first deck that I'm using is Messages from the Mermaids. Been really feeling mermaid energy the past couple of weeks. It's been increasing. So let's see. Let's see what they want to say. All right, Spirit, all of you and none of me. Show me the cards I need to see. Woo, 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 woo. They just went flying. The first one is Trust. The second one is Contemplation. And the third one is Love. It's going to be interesting. We'll see how this reading goes. All right. Feels like with trust, you are really being called to trust your intuition, trust your knowing, not from your mind, not from your intellect, but from your heart. The mind, the intellect, that is altered ego's playground, and it doesn't really know anything. In the Matrix, we're taught to not trust our feelings, not trust our heart, but to go by logic and what our mind says. That's backwards. It literally is backwards from what we should be doing. I also feel for some of you, you are in deep contemplation. It's not just surface level contemplation. This contemplation feels deep, a bit intense, over somebody in your life that you have a soul tie to. Not a soul tie. Well, maybe for some of you, soul tie. What I was intending to say was a soul bond, a soulmate type of connection with. That you've been in a cycle for a while and you're not sure if you could trust this because of how, the timing of how they've come back, the way they've come back. I feel like you pulled your energy back a while ago. And now, out of the blue, almost, this person is back. And both of those storylines can absolutely be combined and play off of each other. I like Spirit Guide coming out under Trust. Because yes, you are really deep into this new phase, this transformation. You are lifting yourself up. You're starting to transmute these lower vibrational thoughts. You've changed your thinking in a lot of areas. You've changed your ways. There is a definite air of difference about you. So if this is in regards to a relationship, you're not in the same place where they left you or where you left them. Take it how it resonates. I do feel for those who I am reading for, you pulled your energy back. You stepped back. And you've been contemplating this. You are learning to trust your intuition on a whole new level. feel many of you, your third eye is going through another awakening. It's that this third eye awakening I'm referring to is your third eye has been awake. I'm not talking about anybody who it's just now happening and you have no idea what I'm talking about. That's not for you. You are very spiritual. You have a calling. How do you know? For those of you who just said, well, how do I know if I'm called? I think I'm called, but I'm not sure. Here we go back to the trust, trusting your intuition. For those of you that know that you are called, you have been walking through a very intense time with various people in your life. It could be family, friends, co-workers, lovers, whatever, that has had you really peeling back layers. So much so that as good as it feels to pull out the layers and level up and have these aha moments, you've experienced enough to know this, the Three of Swords, this pain, the doubt, the fear, all of this comes up. And then a cycle of, can I trust what I'm feeling? Can I trust what I'm hearing? Can I trust this? Getting into a cycle of, show me a sign. And then you get the sign and then, well, was that the sign I need? And then you go back and forth. You play table tennis in your head with, was this a legit sign? Was it not? Am I making this up? And am I crazy? That's how this ties into that third eye. Your third eye is opening up even more. And as that is opening up, you are gaining clarity. You are seeing clearer. You are even hearing things. Like there's some stuff going on with your hearing, aside from the high-pitched noises and things like that. You are starting to hear like chatter or conversations that are like feel outside of you. They even feel outside of this time and space and dimension. All right. Many of you are in contemplation about all the areas in your life. It almost feels as if there's been something very specific that's been coming up that needs your attention, whether it's just to acknowledge it, recognize it and release it, or change a belief around it. There's some sort of acknowledgement that needs to happen. It feels like there's this thing that cannot be swept under the rug anymore. For some of you, there's some doubt and fear and older energy wanting to come up regarding your finances. Whether it's how you make money, how you save it, invest it, spend it. Guys, one of the ways altered ego keeps us stuck in the human habits, judgment, guilt, condemnation, blame, and shame, and keeps us on that wheel of ego stuff, is by hitting us with our worth and around financial stuff. And many of us light workers that are called on this path, when we go through these different cycles, Some of our toxic habits could be overspending or careless spending. Another way of putting that is retail therapy. Whatever it is, we're manifesting the money, we're manifesting good things, but the older energy comes up. We seek comfort, whether it's, in shopping, money, sex, alcohol, drugs, whatever, overeating, whatever it is. You start to get ahead, and then it feels like something comes up, pulls you back, and feels like you need, it's like it's almost like you're on a boat and a wave comes in and it rocks the boat and you're kind of tossed around, but you're not hurt. Everything's okay. It was just, that could have been the wake of another boat coming by. But when that happens, when that wake comes around, you start to question and kind of slip back really quickly into, oh my gosh, this is going to turn out the way it has before. How am I going to make it through? How's this? How's that? Blah, blah, blah. That right there is the inner dialogue that Source is really trying to get you to sail away from, because it really is not helping you at all. It is dredging up more of the past pains. There's a lot of uneasiness, a lot of anxiety, a lot of opportunities for you to remember and think about hurtful things that happened in childhood that are still playing out now. Some of you are sitting there, but I've been dealing with this. I've done this so many years, or, I thought I've already faced this. All of those different things. We are a multi-body system. We have to clear it on all 4 levels. And it doesn't mean you didn't do the work. Sometimes we've done, you've done the work in 5th grade. Now you're in 10th grade. You got to put in some more work. It's different than the 5th grade, but you've already made it to 10th grade. Now, right now you're trying to graduate to the 11th grade. Keep your focus there. So all of this distraction, literally it's like the more you're telling yourself you want to focus, you want to deal with this, because you know what you need to do. All of a sudden, all sorts of different distractions and things are coming up that get your attention, because it's distracting you from looking at this. You are manifesting. So guys, when we go through this type of energy and we start to falter a little bit, we had some highs, some positive energy, really excited, kind of got our legs underneath us, but then that wake came by, then we're a little wonky. And you may even be feeling this multiple times throughout the day. It's not that you're doing anything wrong. It's not that you're slipping back. This literally is your practice field. You are trying to manifest. You are trying to manifest a different type of love. You are making progress in that. How can I say that? When this stuff comes up, it's your test in that moment to take your power back and say to altered ego and those thoughts and that pain, that was my experience. I thank you for coming into my life, but I no longer resonate with this pain. That's for those of you who don't resonate with that pain. You've learned the lessons from that. You're going to know who you are as soon as I said that. For others of you, you still need the lesson. And here's a tip to get through this pain and the lesson with more ease and grace, and as quickly as possible. It's to allow it, flow with it. Don't attach to it. Don't sit in it. Because this stuff will come up. It's like the universe saying, okay, here you've been, in this magician energy, you've been changing your thoughts, your feelings, your perceptions, you've been putting in the work, you've set your intentions. The universe went to work. They've got this big old cup of love. Brand new beginnings. Your life is about to change. You are manifesting this. This is how you know you're putting in the work and you're doing it. Altered ego, monkey mind's going to want you to think, oh, shit's going wrong. All this is happening, blah, blah, blah. I'm doing something wrong. No, that's what's always kept you stuck. As you're clearing, as you're leveling up, evidence of doing that is all of this shit, the shit-nado coming up for you to look at it. It's like that one last time, I'm not saying it will be the last time, but it comes up like, are you sure? Are you really confident and sure? Is this your new truth? And it's literally monkey mind saying, yeah, I don't believe you. I don't believe that you even believe this. Show me. This is that test that you take, the final. You've already, learned the chapters. You've been studying. You've been doing the practice test. This is the final exam. So here you go. The more that you complain or talk about all of the shit NATO, the longer it's going to take you to move through it. Because you keep calling that energy in, you own it when you do that, and you sit in it. What you want to do is break those chains in this energy and just go, whoa, 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 whoa. I've learned the lesson from here. I don't like sitting in this pain. This is here to show me there is a limiting belief about myself at the bottom of this pain. I don't need to go through this lesson anymore. I do not need to keep reminding myself about this. I do not need to keep bringing this into my now or into my future. This is where you call on your spirit guides, your angels, God, whatever you resonate with. And you say, hey, help me. Show me. You can even talk to yourselves, guys, and you'll get answers. Your body is your best messenger. Learning to decipher what your body's saying to you, that's a different thing. But the help that you have been calling out for is literally right there in front of you. It's waiting for you. Sorry, a card fell on the ground. Yep, shift happens. It's literally saying, do you believe it? Do you believe the work that you've been putting in? If so, speak your truth. Stand your ground. Altered ego has been running the show of your life, thinking it knows everything, and it doesn't. It doesn't at all. As a matter of fact, in my course, the Immersion Unit 3 is all about altered ego, and the first lesson in that is called the know-it-all, because that's what the altered ego is. It thinks it knows it all. It thinks you're stupid. It thinks that you don't know what you're doing and you can't make appropriate choices, so it has to take control. So for those of you who feel that that's your inner child saying you're stupid, you're this, you're that, it's not. It is not. It is altered ego coming at you. And it comes at you. You could chart this in your own life and see your own patterns. It comes at you anytime you want to level up, you gain more illumination or knowledge, or you want to move in a direction that doesn't keep you stuck in limitations. Altered ego's voice will always come at you in judgment, guilt, condemnation, blame, and shame. It will never come at you in true love. All right. Words qualify, feelings activate. Absolutely. This is the dynamic duo of manifestation. Feelings are what activates, not words. Words qualify the feelings, and if they match the words, then it's qualified. Then activation happens and you magnetize whatever you just qualified right to you. You are a master manifester. You've been manifesting your whole life. If you've got stuff showing up in your life that you don't like, you've got to step back and say, wait a minute. What are my words? What's my inner and outer dialogue? And what are my feelings? Because if you're sitting there saying, I am wealthy, I'm a millionaire, but your feelings, after your feelings are, how am I going to make this bill? How am I going to do this? Ugh, I'm afraid. Whatever it is, that's dual energy. You're going to get more things to worry about. It happens the opposite way as well. Fall in love with yourself first. Yep. That goes back to the original storyline and it applies for both. But yes, you are the best investment you will ever make. Falling in love with yourself is a process. It's not an overnight process. It is deep, it is all-consuming, and it is freedom. And it is so beautiful. It is something you want to strive for. I do feel you are being called within to give yourself that love and compassion, especially when this lower vibrational energy wants to pull you back. Guys, this energy is chaotic. It's coming in different waves. Don't attach to any of it. It's not here to stay. It is passing through. Allow it to flow. All right. Yep, self-limiting beliefs. Negative thoughts are creating a roadblock in your life. This is perfect to sum up all of this. Because the energy here is what you want wants you. It's available to you. You have to become a vibrational match to it. That means you need to stop thinking, feeling, and reacting in the ways that you always have. Because in the ways that you always have kept these self-limiting beliefs and cycles in your life. Now, change it up. The only person you need to prove this to is yourself. This is a lifestyle, and it is an amazing lifestyle. There's not a destination. The journey is the adventure. And if you're waking up every morning and you're qualifying your day with your words and feelings, saying yes to life, and having life say yes to you, that's what's going to happen. So pay attention to your thoughts. Where is your mind during the day? What is going on? If it has any lower vibration and it's critical and judgmental towards yourself, right there. That's that moment you want to go, woo, nope, abort mission. No, and go into your I am statements, into your mantras, whatever they are. All right, beautiful heart. I hope this gave you some clarity. As always, I am sending you oceans and oceans of love from my heart to yours. Namaste. Bye-bye.